All right, and then pause the back screen.
This one?
Yep. It just uses too much energy for this poor computer. And then you can minimize this.
Just pause?
Oh, nope, you unpaused it. Pause it. Thank you. This computer can't do both. It'll start dropping. Now you want to go to hello everybody, but OBS. And there should be 2 windows open. You want the second window. Oh, there's no second window. Okay, let me take over. You're missing a window. You need this one up and running.
Oh, I closed it. Okay.
Yeah, because, see it? Okay, so if anybody's listening, hello, I'm doing a little bit of training today. Where it says frames missed due to rendering lag, 328. That is this computer. It's getting worse and worse every time. This computer is having more and more trouble rendering our video to be shared. And then this FPS should stay around 30. It cannot handle 60, even though I try. It just can't. And then skipped frames due to encoding lag is the GPU is starting to have trouble. This used to be 0 and 0 all the time. The percentages matter. It'll always jump when you go live the first time, but you can hit reset right here. And yes, I know we can mute, just for the record, guys, but it's still fun. So we just reset it right now, and now we watch it. And if it starts blipping up, we have to watch, because that tells us something's happening. Good morning, Paranormal and Mama Dragon.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you. Please like and subscribe. I like that. You know, in in Twitch, there were add-ons you could do that would do automatic things in the chats. I wonder if that's something we can do in YouTube, where it's like it automatically shares things and puts little comments in there, and it can do games and stuff. Wonder if I can do that.
Well, that'd be cool. Let's look it up. Let's check it out. That'd be cool. I wish we could.
I don't want to do it on this computer. It can't handle it.
Yeah.
So we're in the market for a new desktop mini PC that can handle streaming, because my laptop that we're streaming on here, it is doing a phenomenal job, but it is, we're going to use it till it dies, but it's getting close. I'm looking for something under $1,000. I think we can make it work.
Yeah.
So,
Solstice, fuckers.
Solstice is upon us. So that would be a definite topic today.
Solstice, the sun. I wish the sun would give me some energy.
I am in pain. I tripped over my dog's gate and shaved my shin straight down the hard plastic. And my whole, look at my leg. It's getting worse.
Oh, that hurts.
And there and all underneath. My leg is now swelling up, my knee's swelling up. But it's okay. I blame it on the dogs.
I'm excited. I got a new sit and twist mop that I can't wait to try out.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for the mop too. We use way too many Swiffer pads, and I'm tired of being so wasteful. The Swiffer pads are great for little areas and mops. We have a great floor cleaner for like the monthly cleaning.
Yeah.
But we need just a regular mop. So we got one of those that keeps, what is it? Keeps the clean and dirty water separate, and has the little spin thing on it. And it's washable, so I'm excited.
Where's Hootless? Hootless!
Hold on. I don't know how to say fellas, but I can say Salaton Viroi Kai Viroi Kai Virinoi. Hello, men and women.
Saluton!
But I don't know how to say everything everybody else too. I don't know how to say transgender in Esperanto or non-binary, so I don't know how to do that yet.
Weirdly enough, they do have that in Tokipona.
There's some words in Esperanto too
that are like for genderless. They said in a new word. I'm gonna look at the Tokipona. Is it Tokipona or Pona Toki?
Tokipona.
Tokipona. I want to learn that.
That's the 3 in my head now. We're doing Esperanto is gonna be my main. Tokipona is next, and then Gasparo.
I think Tokipona is only like 123 or 128 words.
I like the idea.
And you just change the words.
So,
Gregaro, Gasparo, Panocha. Oh. I'm so sleepy. I shouldn't have said that, please. Forgive me. Anybody
I was
that
trying
knows
to
what it means.
trying to curse in Esperanto last night.
Anocha is not a nice word.
So what's everybody been up to?
We're talking about food and Spanish. That was a fun show. It's never a dull moment. That is it. Yeah, it's true. It was fun. Toquepona is more complicated than it seems. I could see that, Hootless. This very mind expanding, if that makes sense. Yeah, I could see how that would be. Because you have to actually change all the words. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched one video on it, so not like I don't.
I don't want to confuse too much because Esperanto is really going to be my primary for a while. But I'm
talking about chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eating French fries. Oh my God, that's definitely different. I can not picture eating chicken with French fries.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't go.
But I'm very excited. I forgot what I was saying. It'll come back to me. Chicken and fries are eaten together all the time. You get chicken strips. They almost always come with fries. It's not weird. And while they were talking about drumsticks and wings, still, yeah. Don't you usually? Like,
I wouldn't want to. Oh, I mean, like with chicken strips. Yeah, that's different, but not like chicken.
it's the same thing.
Not like a bucket of chicken. I wouldn't.
Something's wrong with you. I cannot clear my throat today. What do you mean, Hootless? Oh yes, Hootless. I've been kind of paying attention to some like Reddit boards and stuff. It seems like the Esperanto community is very angry.
Oh yeah.
With well, it started with Duolingo and some changes that Duolingo made, and then people seem to be angry at Esperanto because of the colonialism that's involved in it, and I can absolutely see that. They say Gasparo is actually a really like improved version of a language that isn't built off of basically white people language, I hate to say it that way, but that's kind of how the article was written, and I get that. But there's so many people that speak Esperanto, people feel like it's probably the better one to learn. I was kind of looking at why would I pick Esperanto over Gasparo. Like Gasparo is truly a language for all people. It's not just kind of like Romance languages, kind of moved in. So it's a very cool conversation about that. So I'm like, well, why not try to learn both? I mean, people learn 6-7 languages. I'm never going to be incredibly proficient at other things, but I think I'm going to try to make Esperanto to be something that I'm proficient in. And maybe the others might just be conversational. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that is true. They have just a really, really solid community, but they do get a lot of criticism on some things. I still think it's incredibly worth it. I would like to, my 2 goals are, by the end of this year, I'd like to read one of the beginner intermediate booklets that they sell, like little short stories, which you can find on Amazon. And then by this time next year, to be able to read a novel entirely in Esperanto. I think that would be super cool. Yeah, and there's always going to be a better or different or something. It's really going to come down to who's going to use it. So I'm excited.
Yes, Paranormal, always recommendations. Although I'm addicted to Mitch Albom right now. And his parables that are uplifting and thought-provoking but short and easy to read.
Paranormal, as you probably already know, Miss Twisted Chaos and you, I think, have something in very much common with your smutty books. So yes, you should always share them.
Slutty books?
Yeah, smutty.
Oh, I thought you said slutty.
Hootless, I did too. I downloaded, I think it's called Clavaro, for my phone and for my iPad. I've been using that on the, trying it out and doing stuff, and I'm still just learning Chat GPT. I just made my first 2 chat agents. I made a spiritual chat agent and a deep life chat agent. So I'm still not good enough to do that in English, let alone Esperanto yet. But yeah, that would be a really cool goal. But yeah, by the end of this year, I want to be able to read one of those beginner intermediate books. They're short books that you can get on Amazon. And then, like I said, they have full novels that are only in Esperanto. So that's my 1-year goal. And peppered in that will be Toquepona and Gasparo, just as some thought process, some ideas. I might abandon Gasparo, but Toquepona I think is going to be really cool. And then maybe actually another true language, meaning like an actual like German or Tagalog or whatever it is we end up doing. And sign language, of course, is in there too. I'm doing way too much in my head. So, yeah. No, it's for sure. So what have you been reading, doing?
I don't want to make my own agent. I'm just saying. I really want to. Phone of an Esperanto has spooked me. I want to figure out that keyboard because I think that would help to type in that language.
It does.
So how do you turn it on and off?
Like you do any other keyboard that you download?
I've never downloaded a keyboard, so
no, that's a problem. You'll have to learn like the rest of us.
So how do you switch between? Can you put it in your regular text messages, or is it a different app?
Nope. Yes. Yes, 2 questions that have 2 different answers, so it's unclear.
When communicating with the Esperanto version,
what does that mean?
When you're typing, want to do text in Esperanto, the language, can you send that and activate it from your normal texting? Or do you have to go through
the only way to do it.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. Let's teach the old man a trick.
I'm very sleepy.
Don't give excuses. We don't have time for that shit
I'm very
here.
sleepy.
This is your keyboard. This is my Esperanto keyboard. This is my character keyboard that I use for Chinese. Esperanto. Back to normal.
That could be like easy to switch back and forth. The way I hit buttons accidentally.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I am reading The Stranger in the Lifeboat by Mitch Albom. And I started yesterday and I just cannot get enough. It's a very good book. We finished The Next Person You Meet in Heaven. And now I'm into The Stranger in the Lifeboat. And it is just, it's so good. The premise is that these people are in...
So you mentioned 3 books. And now you're giving us the premise. Which one are you giving the premise on?
Stranger in the Lifeboat.
Cool.
So this yacht that several people are on has an accident and sinks, and the survivors are in a boat, and they're like driving or riding around. Not long after the accident happens, and they find this man and pull him on board, and one of the people that pulls him in says, "Thank the Lord we found you," and he said, "I am the Lord." And the premise is that he's like God and on the boat with them, and it's just a really neat story. So I'm almost done with it.
Yeah.
And I'm also reading The Complete Guide of Esperanto, and that's about it right now.
Very cool.
Very good.
Yeah, the Ego Dominguez Wisdom of the Elements, it is really thought-provoking. There are quite a few things there that I'm like, I don't really agree with. And I don't even want to say agree with. There are things that just didn't speak right to me. But was a really, really good book, I thought. It's relatively easy to read, but it goes into quite a bit of discussion about the elements and kind of how he works with and through the elements, which I thought was cool. And then Kiss the Villain, the college professor in love with a student, but he is a serial killer at night. That sounds fun. I would read that.
Which one?
Paranormals. Kiss the Villain.
Oh.
That looks really cool. You know when that comes up, you can just hit the tab button and it'll automatically select for you. How do you pick the topic to talk about when you interview someone on your show? So y'all know for me, I'm not a big interviewer. So when we have a person on that we're interviewing, I either ask Adius to take me off the show, that one, because I need conversational, and I know he makes questions, but there's no specific topic. Because usually if we're interviewing somebody specific, it's for a reason. Now, what I've learned from the people, when we bring somebody on the show, I don't like to do interview style. I just like to talk. So I usually will look up some things about what they're interested in. Like with Mama Dragon, I'm always going to think first of mushrooms, herbs, Norse stuff because of her recommendations for books to me. And, that kind of stuff. and some eco-conservatism. Is that the right? It's not the right word. I'm making that up wrong. Sustaining, eco-friendly environment. Tree hugger hippie stuff. And then I will make questions off of that, but I won't really interview. Because I do not like it. Like, I feel so intrusive. But just to sit and have a conversation back and forth, I really enjoy. And we've done that too quite a few times. So from my perspective, that's what I wanted to say first, because then I want Rook to answer, because he is actually going to be interviewing people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Like, I'm not a good interviewer. I get really, like, I just don't like it. Especially if I'm not interested in. So a lot of times Adius brings people on that I'm not really interested in, and that's not fair because I know nothing about them and I never know ahead of time, so I cannot even formulate an opinion to ask an intelligent question.
Nana Bahardi or whatever.
So I mean, so I literally I'm trying to ask questions and I don't have anything because he never gives me a heads up on anything. But just having the conversation to me is what I find really enjoyable. But Rook is going to do interviewing. I think he does it specifically. So
yeah, and I really like to look at the person's stuff or learn about them and kind of key it into specific things. So it might take me a while to come up with the questions because I don't want to ask just like standard questions for everybody. I try to really take my time and make it specific to that person, whether it's what they're doing or working on or just their life. So it's individualized like a care plan in nursing.
I just thought of a sentence.
What?
Oh, damn it! It changed it to a symbol. That's Hodiao. Oh, it translated it.
Mm-hmm.
What in the hell? That's weird. I typed in Hodiao. Tago estas Trevarma. I literally typed in Esperanto and it translated it. All I see is the translation, although I didn't say hey, that's ho. I said Hodiao, which is today. I just don't have the accents on this keyboard. That's so weird. Yeah, we've had some opportunities to interview some really good people, and Adius is really good at that. I don't know if it's a charisma thing. I don't have it. Like, I don't even want to ask people to come on the show. Like, I want people to come on, but I want you to say, hey, I want to come on the show. That's so weird.
He says it in Esperanto.
Dude, on our end, it's not. On our end, it's in English.
It's English. Yeah.
That is so weird.
You'd be a great interviewer, Paranormal.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible at it. And we've actually had arguments about it because he was like, I really want you to be part of the show. And he's like, when I bring somebody on, you don't say anything. I'm like, two things. Number one, I don't like interviewing people. I like just having casual conversation. And I like when those conversations get very deep about all kinds of stuff. But I'm a baby. I usually just end up getting quiet because I never get a heads up, so I don't even know who it is. And then when they come on, I'm like, I don't know what to ask because I don't know this person. I don't know what they do or anything like that. It's crazy. And he does it to me all the time. And then if I had to prepare for one, like if he actually did tell me ahead of time I had to prepare, I'd probably get nervous and not be able to do it. So I'm like, look, if somebody wants to ever come on and talk, you just say, hey, can I come on next week and chat? We're going to bring you on. And the way we do it is we set up our iPad as if you're a little digital person. I'm going to put you right here because when we try to do it through Discord, we get these weird delays and things that I don't like. So we put them here just like you're a person. And so it's like having a third person talking to us digitally. Like a telehealth almost. But, yeah, dude, that was creepy because all I see is the English.
That is so weird.
And a weird symbol, too, in the front, which I think I've seen before in the Esperanto handbooks. I'm not sure.
It might be Esperantico. Esperanto Pono. Esperanto Pono.
It would not offend me in any way, shape, or form if you recommended or tried to get people to talk on in our shows. Like we're open to it.
Cool.
I just anybody that ever comes on to talk, just know that I'm not going to have a list of questions for you. He might make some, but I won't. It'll be whatever happens. However the conversation goes is how it'll go. That's what is really exciting to me, and that's kind of like our only rule.
Hey, Topeka.
So.
My name is Topeka.
Yeah, Addy is a little bit different. He can get really like sometimes he reacts and nothing I wouldn't say to him in person if he happens to join. So
the grit is the grit.
Sometimes he reacts in a way that I don't expect about certain things that some people say, and it's kind of like, okay, I don't think I would have taken it that way, but yeah. But I know you mentioned you're not in control, but that's okay. I think that's a really good thing to want those conversations.
That's right, Paranormal.
Bjorn Algies in Discord, and both our Discord and Adius's Discord is a great dude. If you can corner him, I want to get him to a kava bar, because once he gets going, dude does not stop. And I don't know how he knows what he knows, but he like knows a little bit about everything.
Ooh.
Bjorn Algies. I don't think he comes on the show, like he doesn't listen, but he's always in Discord. And if you can capture him, even just back and forth in Discord, I get lost real fast, because he goes right into it. And he truly, if you ever catch him on somebody else's channel, he will piss people off. But it's their problem, because like he really is trying to debate, and he gets really into stuff he knows what he's talking about, and he catches people up. So just look in our Discord, Hootless.
Hootless, we watched your interview that
we did.
Unexplained did with you, and it was really good.
It was.
Like, you were just natural with all like the technical stuff that was going on, and you totally carried that like a champ.
Yeah, that was really good.
Like when you couldn't hear Melvin in the beginning or whatever it was, and you were just like, you carried it. Like, I would have like froze. I do freeze. I wouldn't have been able to do that. You handled that really well. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, for Hootless, you and everybody, if you go in the music channel, you'll find him in there. Just know that many people who talk to him think he is being aggressive and really argumentative. He's not. Like, if you ever talk to him, nicest guy ever. He just really pushes right where people are uncomfortable, and I think that's a really cool thing. So he'll warn you if you start having a conversation with like, yeah, people don't like him coming in his in their Discord sometimes, because he gets them all riled up. But I love it.
You're Black Magic.
Thank you. Good
morning. Hey. Good morning. I gotta finish my vision board for Pinterest of the Empress today.
Yes, you do.
Because I've been given an assignment, and I will complete it.
But yeah, check the music section. That's where you'll find his name in there. He's got the runes in front of it, so it's really hard to like directly find him. But yeah. A lot of people do. Like, even I, the first time I talked to him, I had to kind of ask some questions, because I was worried that he was getting frustrated or upset. And he's like, no. That's just getting the conversation going. I'm like, I'm good with it as long as everybody else is, because I don't want to get anybody heated. And yes, I am almost positive he is European. I do not think he is in the States.
Good morning, Black Magic Dyra. Uncle B says hello.
Anybody.
Give my kisses and hugs.
Anybody is welcome to come on this show and have a conversation at any time. Like, even in the middle of it, we don't care. We just have to get our iPad and stuff set up. But yeah.
Squeaky.
And I know some of the interviews you're going to do, I think you're doing like recorded.
Either way, and I want to ask BWD if I can do an interview with her, but I haven't asked.
Big white dick.
Like Magic Dyra.
Oh.
BMD.
You said BWD. So,
Black
I mean,
Magic
you said
Dyra. BMD. I don't know where I got the W from.
Thank you.
Apparently, because I'm not thinking. But yeah, no, I'll do it however they want. If they want to do it recorded, or live or whatever, I do however they want.
Yeah.
But I do research my subject first so that it's worth their time.
Yeah. Typhon is an amazing person to talk to. Get him in a good go-to. I wish he would come in and hear more often. I haven't seen him really in our chat. He's a little bit more in Adius's chat, but he kind of cycles out for long periods and then comes back. But I try to get him talking in here a lot because I just am amazed by some of the stuff that he comes up with. And I just always learn a lot talking to him. You too, Hootless. I always feel like I'm learning a lot when you guys are talking in there. Sometimes it's above my head and I just don't have anything to add.
Oh my God, I know sometimes like trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Like with Hootless does it very nice way, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to learn more about that.
Yeah. You know, Rook said that
He's
yesterday
like really
too.
smart.
That Melvin hasn't been around for a while.
I haven't like
Yeah, I need to check in on him.
sensed his energy or seen it, so we probably need to check in on him. He always checks on people, so I don't have his number or anything. Do you?
I do have his number actually and his address.
You should text him. I would have.
But I mean, honestly, everybody who comes in here, I know some of you guys don't particularly like to have, be live with your voice. Maybe some people don't like the way they sound or look, so you guys don't really feel comfortable, and I get that a lot. But anybody who ever comes in here is welcome to come on, even if you don't say a word and just hang out and chat. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this. Like I've said before, has always been just a place to have conversations about things we might not be able to otherwise get from people we wouldn't otherwise know. So,
Yep.
but anyway, another look. I would love this. Would be an amazing panel. It would probably hurt Adius's feelings
Why?
because I wouldn't include him on this particular panel because I think he would rile people up too hard.
Oh, I'm gonna interview him too.
Dyra, Kulis, Typhon, Bjorn, and Heather, Mama Dragon, and anybody else who wanted to do it. But just to see you guys get together, I wouldn't even talk. Like I'd moderate,
Joy,
sit in the back and just listen.
God, it was so good to see you yesterday, Joy.
But that would be a fun ass panel. There's a group
FAP. It'd be a pop.
It'd be a fop.
Fop.
So there's a group of people that do this sex positive show. It's really good. I haven't watched it in like a year, but they have a panel of like 20 people that get on every month, and they basically, when somebody starts talking, they you raise your hand stuff, and then they do 3 seconds. That'd be too big for us, but that would be so much fun. Yeah, I'd love to do a panel like that. We've had one before. Adius is really obviously big on the demonic panel, the left-hand path stuff panels, which is great, but I would like more of everybody from a really different corner to kind of have this really punch back and forth. Yes, and paranormal, too, you are always welcome.
She agreed to.
Anybody is welcome to come on in
Paranormal
anytime.
agreed to let us bring her on about her blog and stuff. We have to work it. I don't know if she wanted to be on video, but she agreed to come
we'll
and
do that.
talk.
Oh yeah, we can too.
Today is Solstice.
Oh, are you trying to move us forward?
No, it just came out.
It is Solstice, but before we get going, I'd like to share what I was reading because I never did.
Oh, go ahead. All right.
So I am reading. Finished. I just finished today. I want to see if you guys can see this too, because this I think is pretty cool. So, this book is called Hail Mary. It was okay, but I bought this little stamp. I don't know if you guys can see that. See? So I stamp all of our books after we read them because I'm an obsessive Virgo, and this is from the Library of the Two Pondering Pagans, Rook and Salann. So it embosses the pages, so when we're done reading our books, we emboss them, and then, I know this is very wrong of me, but if anybody ever wanted to come over and read, absolutely, I would love for you to come over and read, use our library, but I'm not okay with checking stuff out yet. I haven't got myself to that point. So, I'm just going to say that. But so I just finished the Hail Mary. Pretty cool book. I don't want to give it away. If you are interested in like futuristic space style novels, this is a decent one. I like space operas that get really intense, like really huge and crazy. This one was not so much that. It was very solitary.
Let me show my book.
It's Earth's last chance at trying to save itself of a situation that you could never understand or expect. So yeah. Hootless, same. And you know what else is very weird? Not only would I love a dedicated library, which we have bookshelves like this all over the house. I'm started, unfortunately, buying 2 of every book so that I have one to give out to people, because there's some books that are so good that I just want to. He is not stepping in front of me. He's going to wait.
Oh. Well, I thought you were done.
One book.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I want to end on that one because we're both reading. Hey, Treesap. Hello. So yeah, that's Project Hail Mary. If you're interested, it's a #2 New York bestseller. Again, good book. I'd say 3.5 out of 5 stars. I liked it. 500 pages, so it's a bit of a read, and a lot of there's a lot of focus on science. So if you like very like physics, science, astronomy, like actual numbers and math, there's a lot of that kind of stuff in it, which is cool, but it's not my forte.
Hail Mary, full of grace, fast would be thy name. Hail.
We also have our first Esperanto dictionary. But
Saluton.
what I failed in getting this dictionary is it is the book of all of the Esperanto words.
Bonan matanon.
I need an English to Esperanto dictionary, so we gotta look for that next.
Is it correct to say bonan matanon?
Bonan matanon, yes.
Saluton, bonan matanon.
I have not learned yet the difference between bona mateno or bonan matanon. So good day is supposed to be bonan matanon, and I don't know the difference between the N ending right now. It's not happened yet.
N-A-N and N-A.
So, yeah. So yes, I have a great dictionary, but no way to look up the English word.
Dictionary.
I will also share this. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing, I don't think. But this is the Esperanto dictionary, or I'm sorry, Complete Esperanto Beginner to Intermediate course book. It is really good. So if you are interested in learning Esperanto, this is a very, very good textbook. It is kind of similar to the Duolingo and to the Esperantist videos, but you can see our ceiling. So it stays on task pretty good, which I like. And then,
Chat friends, does anyone else love to smell books? Old books, new books?
And then I'm reading
I love to smell books.
The Way of Hermes, which is the Corpus Hermeticum and the definitions of Hermes Trismegistus to Asclepius. Very good book if you're interested in Hermes. I don't know, Joy, if that's one that you're interested in, or if it's something that you would be interested in, but I'd be more than happy to share it with you.
Yes, I knew it.
But The Way of Hermes, I smell them too. But the new books just don't smell the same.
No, they don't.
My yellow book from 1943 in there smells like a book.
I almost feel like I'm bringing in the energy of the book. I know it's just a good smell. Like if they could make a candle like this, but
well, we've tried to recreate it. Remember, we have actual old book oil. But this book, Hermes, is very, very good at explaining the connection between the monotheistic side of things that we talked about a few weeks ago and Hermes, and it makes so much sense. And then last but not least, now.
Maybe you can make it show more. No, not really.
Hold on. Jeez, Louise.
The Stranger and the Lifeboat. This book has such it's a very interesting premise.
Dude, we should plan that out. I would go. Australia.
God, these books all make you think about your time. One thing about these books have, oddly enough, really made me aware. He has you can tell he might be a Christian a little bit, but there's not a lot of that undertone in the books. And more than any that I've read lately, these have really got me to be present and in the moment and value the concept of time and not keeping track of time, more importantly, which I find to be a great thing. When I'm off, I don't want to keep track of time. I don't want to know that I've been here 2 hours or whatever. I'm there. When I leave, I leave. It's been very good. What are your thoughts on the books? I told a little bit about what it was.
So you may or may not have heard me mention earlier. I'm new to ChatGPT, and one of the things that I've created in ChatGPT is 2 AI chatbots that bring in information in 2 very different ways. One of them is supposed to be a reflective chatbot, where when I give it or say something to it, it's supposed to take what I say and come back at me with a different way to look at something, or a reflection bot is what I call it. So I asked it about why are these books so meaningful, because they're stories, obviously they're fiction, they're not probable in most cases, except Tuesdays with Morris, which is a true story. But all of this thing, I'll get to that. You just piss off the normies, yes. Well, not that panel. But no, that was funny because Dyra was talking, so I had to throw that out there. But yes, it would be neat to have a panel of 20 people, everybody. I'm talking about in truth, you, everybody in this channel, both channels, that was able to do it and have like this just huge ass group of like, what do you call it? I don't even know. People talking, but trying to manage that would be a mess. But yes, Rook wants to interview you guys individually. Anyway, I asked my chatbot about the Stranger in the Lifeboat.
Who pissed people off?
Really, yes, and it's not piss people off. It's the normies, only the normies. I think he'd rile people up.
I don't see
but
it.
That's always fun. Anyway, I'm asking this chatbot about Mitch album and like, why are these stories so beneficial and so meaningful in a way that just is different when it's just a fiction book, and it had a lot of really good insight. And what I'm finding is this writer is able to create a story that intercepts us at just specific but tender moments of life and make you rethink them. Like, wait a minute, I don't have to wait until this crazy situation happens to be appreciative of what's already right here. This is, if mindfulness were a novel, it would be writings that Mitch Albom does, like being present. It really, really is phenomenal. I highly recommend them, and really want to do that. So that is The Stranger in the Lifeboat, and really Mitch Albom's books, all of them at all to this point. It's disconnected for some reason. Hold on.
The wrong thing.
Hold on. Here's your book back. Brad, give it just a minute because our chat disconnected and reconnected, so we skipped a few things there. So it should be back. So you should be good now. Whenever the successful connection comes back up, you want to wait a few seconds because some things will rapid fire in. Yes. So, I don't care if you're upset. I don't care if you were upset. No offense, but just wouldn't be the purpose of that particular group. But the second group, is a grand panel, like we were talking about. That wasn't the same one. So later in this morning's conversation, we talked about the grand panel where there's this group that do a lot of, I have to find them, very sexually positive. They talk about like just how people different interaction. They've got all the different people. Adius, most of his panels, your panels, it's weird saying you like you're not here.
It's he.
Are really focused on demonic or left-hand path, right? Or stuff. I want something that's wide open where people can, like, and this would be the large panel, not the one I was talking about at the beginning, where, you know what I mean? Like there could be, probably wouldn't be 20 people. I don't even know 20 people. But everybody would come into this and have an opportunity. But granted, there'd be a talking stick kind of deal. But
Darazius? Oh.
Yeah, we've looked him up before. But yeah. So that's the idea. The original, what do you call it? The original panel I'm talking about where I would only invite Black Magic Dyra and not Adius.
Yes.
Would be very specific to what's the witchcraft, like the specific witchcraft thing. That would be a little bit different. That would be like I think Mama Dragon would be really good on that. Yeah, we need to put together some panels. I think that'd be fun.
I love learning this stuff. Like, I had no freaking idea that Hootless went to high school in Australia. And I've really enjoyed learning recently that Adius feels similar to me about the court cards or the major arcana card, the minor arcana cards. Yeah.
What are you talking about? The ones and twos and threes?
All those. It's like looking at a stop sign from a mile away. I like that. That's interesting. I like that. What? You looked at me.
I think that was more about the content of the imagery on the card as opposed to the card itself.
Like the sticks and stuff. Okay. Well, correct me if I'm wrong.
You are, usually. I'm just saying. Well, that's the point. Yes. I want to do some non-focused panels, I guess is really what I'm saying. But yes. And it would end up being it would have to be separate from this too. Couldn't be on this. On our Sunday show, anybody
Yeah,
can come on
that's right.
anytime they want. You just say, hey, next week I'd like to come on and talk about shit. I'm not going to seek people out because I'm just not that kind of person. But I would love for anybody to hop in and have those conversations if we know ahead of time. That's different.
Well, I gotta go put my.
But yeah, if we did a big panel, it'd have to be a completely different process. What'd you say?
I'm gonna go put my coffee away. The smell is getting on my nerves.
Whatever works for you. I think you need to get back so you can start your topic. If we do the Esperanto conference in Melbourne, I'll definitely go back to Sydney. Yeah, that'd be cool. I've never been, obviously, to Australia. I haven't been out of the country much, but that is something I'd like to do. Oh, I would love to have watched that, Joy. The Druid Camp panel. That'd be so cool.
So Solstice is actually today, right?
Yeah. That is cool. I love the panels. Panel that large would absolutely have to have a thing. But as anybody knows, I'm not an interviewer, so I don't do that. So I'd be present and I can moderate, but yeah, I don't do interviews. That's what actually started that conversation, by the way.
So yes, thank you, Blessed Solstice, thank you.
And you know
That
what?
good
Like
stuff.
I could almost get to Cleveland. That would be so cool, but there's no way I'm going to be able to make it in time. We got to watch for it next year. The Esperanto conference.
Sounds fun. If there's one in the USA, that would be fun. I still have my tickets for CrimeCon.
That'd be fun.
The only place there's only one place I'm planning to go out of the US, and that's in October, and those that know. So we starting on the topic.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. We have to figure that out. And yes, happy Father's Day.
Oh yes, duh! Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
Oh,
I know.
all the dads, the dad moms,
Thaddeus,
mom
happy
dads.
Father's Day on the moms that are dads. Who else is a dad? Squeaky Silence is a dad.
Even if you don't have kids, you can be a dad.
You know, if you're a
You have something-
stepdad, happy Father's Day.
If you're a uncle to somebody,
Happy Father's Day to my dad that died last year, August 3rd. We weren't close, but I hold him in my heart, and I'm proud that I got to see him before and connect to him. Happy Father's Day.
happy Father's Day to my dad, who is in his 4th year in heaven, I believe. Sorry.
You are Satan Fathers. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, yay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
See, now it comes through in
The little
Esperanto.
baby.
Felichan tagon de patroi.
And multiply. All right, solstice. Figure out how to say solstice in Esperanto on the topic. Can you figure out solstice? Or happy solstice, bonon? Bonon?
No, Bonan is not happy.
Bone?
Bonan is
Solstice.
good.
Yeah.
Happy is felices. Felices.
All right. We get started.
So it's Felichan Someran Sostikan. I'm saying that in the wrong. So it's Felichan Someran Sostikan. Solstitson. Sorry, I'm still getting that right. Solstitson. The C is very hard. C and rolling R's I have so much trouble with.
Yeah, I translated it back.
Now I translated it. Really? That's weird. Okay. It's so weird. Oh, that's why. Okay. It's doing auto translate. You roll your finger over it. Okay. That's new. But yes. It's summer solstice.
Yep, in our hemisphere, it represents the sun at the highest point in the sky relative to Earth. Maybe not the sky, but just in relative to Earth. It is between usually June 20th and 21st. Today is the 21st. And what does that mean? What does the name mean? The word solstice comes from the Latin word sol, S-O-L for sun,
Sun.
and sisteri, to stand still. Stand still. Ancient observers noticed that the sun appeared to stop its northward journey across the horizon before gradually beginning to move southward again. Not just a peak of daylight, it's a turning point. From this day forward, daylight slowly begins to decrease as the wheel of the year turns toward autumn and winter. Why has it been celebrated? Well, long before calendars, people relied on the sun to guide planting, harvesting, migration, and survival. The summer solstice was a powerful marker of time and an opportunity to celebrate life, abundance, and the gifts of the earth. Many ancient cultures recognize the significance of this day. The builders of Stonehenge aligned the monument with the solstice sunrise. Ancient Egyptians associated the solstice with the annual flooding of the Nile, which brought fertile soil and new life. Indigenous cultures around the world held ceremonies honoring the sun, community, and the cycles of nature. In Northern Europe, midsummer, it's also called midsummer, festivals included bonfires, feasting, music, and celebration that continue to this day. Across cultures, the solstice reminded people that they were part of something larger than themselves, a living cycle of birth, growth, harvest, decline, and renewal. What does the longest day of the year, what is it and what does it symbolize? Longest day of the year, what is it? And, I mean, we know what it is, but what does it symbolize? Anybody? Does it symbolize anything different to anybody?
The longest day.
The longest day. The longest day of the year and what it symbolizes.
For me, it makes me think of extreme creation. Like all the creative juices are flowing. It's the peak of active. Sun's throwing shit at you. Our solar's going to make the most energy today that it's made all year. Not really because there's clouds, but that's the idea. The sun would have it. Like I bet you our solar panels are already getting close to full. So it means to me that just big expression of energy.
Into this Gemini season.
Yep, we're already at 50% on our power wall. Now our power wall is
Black Magic Daira.
I think 40,000 watts, 40 kilowatts. Right now at 10 in the morning, we are making enough solar to run our entire house and still put 8,000 watts into the battery. So the sun is just extreme. That's extreme pound town.
One thing is on here is gratitude, which makes sense. So we went to a ritual yesterday at the
Joey was just
church.
talking about it.
And
We did honoring yesterday, which was really cool.
and a good part of that ritual was about gratitude and solstice encourages us to pause and appreciate what's present instead of immediately chasing the next objective. I think it's important to think about, these books, these Mitch Albom books have really helped me
Gratitude.
lately with gratitude and like being present and being in the moment and not just harping on yesterday and thinking about the tomorrow. I've been a lot better with that lately. Summer solstice is the longest season for me and the hardest. You have to work so much. There are the days of 3 of them after 21 where the sun stays before going to the next cycle. It is portal time. I used to until 2 years ago, because this will be the second summer, I used to long for the winter and the darkness and
I still do.
Getting more rest because of the darkness, and I did not like the change into the summer and of light, but I have really come to appreciate the balance or addition of equally enjoying the sun and all it has. It shines on things, it shows, illuminates things, what goals you've accomplished you can think about during solstice.
Clarity.
Clarity.
I get a lot of clarity
clear.
around now.
Illumination. And I like that point. Thank you, Joy, for that. That after 21st, there's 3 days that it kind of pauses and stays before starting to go toward that next cycle of decreasing light.
Just like with the moon, when we're not always right on the moon's phase, that energy kind of stands around that point. I think right now we're first quarter. Which means we're right about halfway between the new moon and the full moon. Full moon is on the 29th. That's 8 days. Yeah, so 8, 16. So kind of that. So, and the moon is currently in Virgo, which is bringing in a lot of this earth energy. So like just literally earth and sun kind of mixing this energy together. Is a really solid and comforting mix. Earth pairs with water very well, and air and fire, but they also can cause some pretty big difficulties. So it's nice to have that mix. I feel very engaged lately, very energetic, very connected. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but things feel very together right now for me.
What are some things that you could think on or reflect on at this time of solstice?
Love.
Like think back over over the past year, kind of from the dark season and winter solstice now to the summer solstice. Think about pause. For me, it would be like, what should I be grateful for or celebrate before moving on? And I kind of did that a little bit, maybe not as long, about this election that I'm going on for another position in a advocacy group I'm in. I had to really be okay with stepping down and ending my term as president and the things that I've done, and being okay with that. If I do not win this position I'm campaigning for, I had to really be okay with just the past 4 years and what I was able to do and not do, and take it in and appreciate it. And I want to reflect on that some more before just kind of going full head on into this next thing for the next position. Is there anything that you think you could really like or would want to reflect on during this time of illumination and awareness?
Yeah, I think what I'm really going through right now and really thinking through from this perspective of the sun. And I don't want to use the term use, but it's for lack of trying to find, or for the lack of a better term, I feel like my message that I'm receiving is that I need to be a little bit more attentive and illuminating to my own reactions and thoughts to things. So, for example, when I feel a certain kind of way about a certain thing that I'm trying to figure out, work, for example, I'm allowing myself to come up with a certain feeling, and then I'm sticking there, and I'm not moving on. So I'm thinking now, like in my imagery of solstice might be a good time for me to think of burning that energy off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm frustrated with certain things that are happening at work. I can't change them. Just do what I normally do. If what I do in myself is not good enough to do whatever the thing is, well, guess what? Time for me to do something else then.
Yeah.
And I think that's really where it's coming from right now. Because you're right under the vents.
I'm gonna cover you up, honey.
So what I'm really getting out to is, I'm getting older, I'm growing, and this sun, especially solstice time, for me is always a reminder to just go out and do and be authentically you. And if authentically you is bright and shining, then great. And if authentically you is reserved and calm, then great. And if you want to change those things, then you should and can. And I need to change a few things about myself that I don't like. And a lot of those things are my ability to accept the way things are and not have to change everything. So I need to just accept certain things the way they are. My boss, I love her to death, best boss I've ever had. But there are things that I don't like. And there are things that are really significantly bothering me. And I'm just going to do my best. And I'm going to adjust in ways that I can adjust. And if that is not enough, then it is not enough. It does not make me bad, poor. Doesn't make me a failure. All those things that pop into our head. And that to me is sun energy. The sun energy of the self, soul, ego, sum. Those are all different words for me. I am. And that energy is to illuminate ourselves, to bring ourselves up, to burn ourselves in a way that's meaningful, you know?
What's that? Oh, tree sap. Oh, by the way. I've been on the ball for getting stuff done in my craft and courage to stand up for myself. Certain social circles. That is awesome.
That is awesome. I'm feeling that same kind of energy. That is cool. I think that's really good soul energy.
And tree sap, trying to gain self-confidence. That is perfect. Like, just taking that sun energy, that yes card, if you will, and build that confidence up. Soak it in, man. Authentically, me is just a big child. Hey, there's
right?
nothing wrong with that.
And soul energy, the sun is like, then be the best fucking man child you can be, and don't let anybody try to change that, because that's trying to turn your light out. You should never try to turn somebody else's light out, but so many times we turn our own light down.
Yeah.
There's a phrase that somebody says a lot. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to attribute it to the wrong person if I'm misremembering. I think it's Elise Myers, where she has done this video, and I know other people have done it too, but she's has a lot of social anxiety, a lot of trouble with a lot of things, and in this video she goes, and she just does it in such a good way. She goes like, I'm having a really hard time, coming around you, and you keep saying you're too much. This is too much for me. I can't handle this. It's too much. Go find more then, or less. Go find less. And when you look at that, and I hear that, like, it makes me tear up a little, because I'm like, yeah, if somebody's too much for you, it's not their problem. It's yours. Go find less. And if somebody's not enough for you, that's not their problem. That's yours. You need to go find more somewhere else. That is you that needs to make that change. And that is sun energy to me. I love the way she does it, though. Obviously, I'm not doing it justice, but she gives this not long, but it's a story a little bit about, this person's coming to her and just say, you're too much, you're too much, you're too much. She's like, well, then go find less. Not my problem. So
I love that, Joy.
I love that on a t-shirt.
We're supposed to connect our child and dance. Go find less. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. Go find less.
Yeah, she's like, go find less.
Don't ever dim. Like, it's different. Like if you're in a professional setting and you're like, I like taking over.
Yeah.
But like as far as your personality and stuff, if you're a little bit brighter, a little bit louder, or whatever, then maybe that person
I'll see if I can find
isn't for you. Like to be around.
I'll see if I can find a video and share it.
That's a bad feeling to feel like you have to mute yourself. And I won't. Anymore. But it's a bad feeling when somebody makes you feel like you should. When they're telling you you're too much, I'll be like, well, thank you.
My problem is I'm muting myself too much at the wrong times.
Like with work and life, with friends, or just in general. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm speaking out in the wrong times and not speaking out when I should. That's where the lyrics and a lot of this music you guys are hearing, this is the music that the lyrics word for word 100% mine. The music is AI. I can't make this kind of music, but it is all built off of my strings and stuff. But this is, if you kind of where all the words come from, is the idea of there's so many things that we can have that's going to be messing shit up and just bringing us down and just making things tough. But hard to listen when you're reading. It's hard to listen when you're reading. But yeah, so all right, what's next? I don't remember what I was saying.
I was gonna ask question.
No, you were gonna read a chat and follow through with that.
Well, I was thinking it and then I did it. No, I was just trying to catch up there. Well, we've been at a place. I don't know if I'm had to do with summer solstice energy. I feel I'm not enough to people. It sucks. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I would never get that paranormal. I think you're awesome and a lot. Sorry that you've been feeling that way. Just taking that sun and it doesn't matter like to other people. What do you feel like for yourself? Like,
Yeah.
are you happy with what you're doing?
Yeah, you take that last sentence, I feel I am not enough to people. That's a them problem, not a you problem. Donald Trump to the homeless guy sleeping next to the UFC fight on the South Portico. Go find less. Sir.
Joy, it's the way of things we collect around us. Ones that will allow you to do just that and go with you on our pack. Yeah. I like what you said earlier about connect with your child and dance. Oh, we're supposed to connect to our child and dance. Yeah.
Dance
I really want to do a meditation in which I connect to I go back to my younger child, like back in time, and try to heal some of the things and stuff. Interesting. But so what is an area of your life that is currently at its peak sunlight moment? Do you feel like?
Say that again?
What is an area or areas of your life that you feel are at their peak sunlight moment? Meaning, I would take that to mean, like at the top, something that maybe is good to be acknowledged, that's grown.
My comfort with who I am as a whole.
Oh, that's
my
good.
Integration of my thoughts, my processes, my ideas, my spirit, my work, my home. Everything to me is really in relation. All of it is in congruence. Which I feel like I'm at the moment where, and I've said this a lot lately, like I feel like I'm in midlife crisis areas of life. And like I'm searching for deeper meanings. And what's been very cool is that there's no crisis because I just feel like things are like, I'm getting pressed by different people. I'm getting questioned. I'm experiencing different things. And just all these different things are kind of coming in and about. And I feel like I'm working through it very well, and that's where my sun is shining the most right now. What about you?
I feel that I have been being able to really mature a little bit professionally and take in constructive feedback without automatically being defensive or saying, well this, well that, well this. So recently I had to, and it came like at a time when I thought I was giving somebody feedback. So I recently had a call with my boss and just said, basically like, you are micromanaging me and it is suffocating me. And then so she sat there and she talked with me about it. And then, she gave me some feedback on my performance and some things that maybe I could do better. And I just took it in and I felt it was very productive. And it was that act of being humble, like genuinely humble, and taking it in and being receptive to it. So,
yeah.
Oh, little C. Oh, his eyes are so freaking awesome. The little one smiles with his eyes so much. It is so.
That's a very
awesome.
Expressive and emotive baby.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Like
I like the video where he
face.
keeps kicking her in the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was funny.
That one. And then, really trying to see things in an area that's shining for me.
That is
not
hilarious.
Just trying to push through and take things. It's really about, for me, sitting back with and thinking about maybe this is not my time for some things, or maybe it is, but being okay either way, being happy if it is time for success and being content and just as happy if it's not, in that moment to rest and build and grow and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I think my receptivity is kind of shining and able to take in that stuff.
Yeah, I think in addition to just what we were just talking about, like me, like I feel like things are really together in a really good way.
Kiki baby.
I feel myself shedding a lot of self-judgment that I've had in place for a long time, where I'm giving myself more grace than I ever have before. You know what I mean? And just being able to say, yeah, you know what, that happened. That's okay. Just move on. So that's a very hard thing to do.
Some discussion points we came up with. Oh, so I think y'all talked about this bonfire and community gatherings. I think we're under a burn ban, or we were.
We were, at least. I think we still are. I don't know, but bonfire. Fires are very, very important to me.
Yeah,
but
they are.
gathering around the fire is even more so, which is very sad. I need to double check. I think we are still on a burn ban. But you can do other things too. Like that's why I lit the oil lamp last night because I wanted something around the fire as part of it because, you know, it's really important to me to have that gathering aspect of things. Even though I feel like there's never enough time. And I wonder if this was 8,000 years ago. Dude, they were seriously, it's been very impactful. 8,000 years ago, right now, what would our ancestors be doing? Right now, they wouldn't be celebrating today. They'd be using the day and night, right, to harvest and make sure they've got enough food. But then tonight, when that sun finally sets at 8:45, they're going into that frenzy, and they're going to have that movement and that celebration. And they probably wouldn't actually, if we're being serious. They probably didn't have that one day. They, you know what I mean? It would have been more spread out. They would have done a little bit differently. But for us in modern times, paying reverence to or homage to that feeling is just very empowering. It makes me want to go out and do a little fire right now, but it is already getting super hot. It's 88 degrees at 10:50. But there's something about fire to me, and just any way, shape, or form that's just holy crap. It does something.
Excuse me. So how about this? If you could create your own new solstice tradition, what would it be? I have a feeling it involved fire, but
It would absolutely involve fire. I don't know. Do you know what we really should have done, and maybe we still will do it this week? The stew. We do a thing called perpetual stew. A lot of you have heard of it. The idea is from historical, and I think there's restaurants and some that still do this, but you know, historically you'd have this big pot of stew and we would just continually add water and stuff to it forever. And that would be a lot of the things that people would eat. And you know, you go out and get a rabbit, you put the rabbit meat in. You go out and get a bison, you put the bison meat in. You because perpetually have this stew going all year round for many, many, many years. Obviously, we can't do that now. So what we do is we were making stew. We have stopped for a while. We need to do it. But even before Ian, we'd make a stew, usually like potato, roast. We did a chicken tortilla one that was really good one time. We did a eggplant chili once. And we save 4 to 8 ounces of that stew in the freezer. And then every time we make a new stew, we add that to it so that it's got a little bit of that stew with it forever. So we have a lineage of our stew, of our, I don't know, it's not really even a stew. It's more of like a soup pot roast kind of thing that reaches back now 5 years.
Yeah.
Which is just a really neat thing to do. And it's not specific to Solstice, but that kind of food to me, and I know maybe that sounds weird to people, but that is kind of a thing to me. And it's really nice to have that because you have that, that just feels it's like this representation of connection over time. And that stew, I mean, I think it tastes different because of it. It definitely feels different. You know, and that's really, that would be a part of it. I think having a group get together and group cook, I think that seems very, very summery. And not like a cookout where Patroi gets out and Patro and Patrino get out and cook on the grill, where everybody has something to do it. And maybe that's what we should do. We do a group stew where everybody comes, brings something for the stew, not just a side. Somebody brings their own small bit of meat or a potato or a parsnip or a carrot or whatever it is, and we just put it all in and make a stew.
That's a really neat idea.
Now, granted, I always base our stews with Guinness. I know 3 years so, and I don't count that. But we'll put a 12-ounce Guinness in the soup when we do it. I mean, we do a big crock pot, so.
It's a neat idea. I like it.
Yeah.
I would do a craft with stained glass. You know, they have kits where you can make kind of like stained glass, and I think what I would like to do for the solstice is prepare a stained glass and do some kind of short ritual or dedication with it. I just love stained glass, and I think that would bring in the art and the spiritual and kind of tie it together for me. And the sun, because to me, stained glass is good for when it's bright because it illuminates all the colors.
Search for me. That sounds fun. Don't mind me over here looking for stained glass.
Excuse me, goodness gracious. So I wanted to talk a little bit too about the spiritual meaning of maximum light.
Oh, there's a stained glass kit that actually has a soldering iron to stain the glass. Like make it
really?
real stained glass.
Oh, that's cool. I would love it.
They're $100.
What are some things that light symbolizes? I think a couple, like truth.
What are things that what symbolizes?
Light symbolizes. I think truth, like, everybody says, what's done in the dark when we run to light?
The present.
It's true, the present.
Everything that comes to us via light is happening right now.
Ooh, enlightenment, yeah. Oh, for sure, I like that, tree sap. Thank you.
We need stained glass kits for kids, I think, right?
Clarity, And this is an interesting point. The challenges of standing fully in our own light. And it goes back to kind of something that you said before with, if I'm too much for you, go find less.
Yeah.
Why do many people shrink themselves despite having gifts to share? Why do we do that? Why do many people shrink themselves despite having gifts to share?
Fear of not fitting in.
Yeah.
I'll go back to and I can never remember which one says this now, if it was Brene Brown or Mel Robbins.
Doodoo Brown.
I think it was Brene. Where, she talks about I'm pretty sure it's Brene. So she talks about the difference between belonging and fitting in. There is no need, when people say they just want to fit in, we like to change that. We should be changing that narrative to belonging, because fitting in considers that we are changing ourselves in order to fit into this spot, versus belonging where we come as ourselves and are brought into the circle. There's a difference between fitting in and belonging, and fitting in is not what we're looking for. We're looking for belonging, and that is the human need. And so one of the things that kind of comes to mind with the sun for me is we do lessen our light so that we can fit in better, but then that dims the whole picture to me, right? So the idea is that we need to work more on and try to stop dimming our light so that we can fit in and let our light shine and see who's attracted. So I'm really bad at that. Like, I really, like, at work, I'm not kidding, 98% of what I want to say, I don't say. Which is weird for everybody else that knows me at home.
That is weird. I would not have pictured that at all.
I don't like, especially when I'm with a boss or somebody higher up. Because the whole chain of command thing is really strong with me. But when I'm at a building and it's just me and the team, I'm begging you not to call me a boss. I'm not your boss. I am not corporate. I'm just here to help you. What can we do? How can we make this work better for you? And I will talk until the end of time. But you put me in front of my boss or another VP or other people that I'm not as familiar with, and you ain't getting nothing out of me. And I think I really dim myself for that, and it's really tough.
Yeah, I'm trying to think why.
So I've kind of moved on from allowing. I think I'm doing well with that and hubris, and now I've gone the other way, and I don't speak up. I don't like saying that out loud.
Maybe people shrink themselves if they have kind of put themselves out there before and been ridiculed or criticized. Like in certain circles, that would make me not want to, speak up around those people again. But you can grow from that and choose to not speak up or do it. What gifts or talents have you been hiding? That's a fun one.
I don't know.
What gifts or talents have you been hiding?
I think I've been. I know this is going to be complete contradiction. Yes, Joy, it is definitely a power over. I grew up really, really, really strict on chain of command, and you follow chain of command. It served me very well. So anybody that has any potential power over me, I have very difficulty speaking up. But when I have power over somebody else, I don't have that. But what I've also been able to develop is I don't utilize power. I don't utilize control of other people. Despite even other people who don't do it, yet I still do it. Right? I still feel that way with them, even though I know my boss wouldn't care. She wants me to talk. They want me to engage. They want me to say stuff. They don't care if I sound stupid, but I do. But when I have the official authoritative power over other people, I don't use it, which I'm very proud of. If you ask anybody that's ever worked for me or with me, they know they will absolutely will say, look, you're an amazing boss. You're so easy to work with. You don't make us do things your way, blah, blah, all these things. But their perception of me is very different than my supervisor's perception of me. Very, very different. So that power over is a really, really hard spot for me. But, what was the question? I forgot it.
Oh, what gifts or talents have you been hiding?
I don't know.
Intentionally or unintentionally. Yeah, that's a hard one. I was trying to think about it.
I'm trying to not hide it now. Like, I think I am very good at helping people figure things out. Even if I don't know the answer for you, I'm good at helping you think through things and figure things out. That's a talent of mine that I don't share a lot. It's why I want to do the coaching. I've taken classes on it. I am educated enough to do it. I have the personality for it. But it's just slow going, and it's not going to be a business for me. It's just a thing I want to do. But I mean, eventually I'd like to make money off of it. But regardless, that's a talent that I think I've hidden for a very long time. The ability to not read other people in tarot, but to help people read themselves. And that is kind of my tarot style, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what it is. It's really... Hey, YOLO!
What? Oh, YOLO, 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 YOLO. Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
So,
So for them, does it show up in Esperanto or in English?
Yes, Esperanto.
So why is it showing up for
English? I don't know. Whenever you see that little symbol in front of the sentence, it's being translated. So you guys, I don't know if that's happening on our side, your side, or both sides.
Huh. What have I been hiding? I think... I think I don't hide it in all settings, but like in the group I'm in now, and I think it's kind of appropriate, but I am stepping out, like in the company in the building next to us. I attend their board meetings and stuff. I'm not actually on their board, but I haven't really been speaking up and participating in, feedback or anything. I've kind of been just sitting there and watching, but recently I did step up and offered to help the secretary, with her doing her notes and stuff. So I'm trying to branch out and share some of that stuff and knowledge, because she was having a hard time. She has to hand type everything and it takes her a long time. And I'm going to teach her about editing and how to take those notes and put them through ChatGPT and different programs and organize them so it saves her time, because she's older and she'll spend like 5 or 6 hours, typing up and editing with the meeting minutes. So I've been
I like
that a
that.
little bit better. Yeah.
That's good.
There you go. Has any truths become clearer for you this year, or more clear?
Yes. One of the most important truths that has come through to me this year is that I like my stuff. It's necessary for me to feel comfortable in the moment, but I do not need any of the stuff I have.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. Like, I'm really departing my connection. Like, I like my books. And yeah, I still have a problem letting go of them because I want other people to be able to get to them, but it's not because I am afraid of losing them anymore. Like, I'm not, like, I love my stuff. I'm very Virgo on that, but my attachment to them is lessening.
Is it because like even is it easier with things like books and things that you've used and experienced? So now you've had that and taken it in, and now it's not as hard to kind of let other people have that and to let go a little bit? Or
No, I think it's more. I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's more. Yes, it has served its purpose to a degree, but like I get mad at myself when I don't remember something or don't feel something the way I think I should feel it. And it's that's changing. That part of that frustration with myself is going away. I still like having my stuff. I'm still going to get stuff. I have my rock collection. But, if somebody came over and said, oh, I absolutely love this rock. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'd probably give it to them now. I would not have done that before.
ooh, love that.
Books. A little weird with books. I might buy you a copy of it, but I might not give it to you. But I don't think it's because I want to hold on to it. I think it's because I would like to have it in case somebody else were to want one. You know what I mean? And if it's not on my shelf, I won't remember it.
Books are like gold to me. I love books. That would be hard.
It's the same as tarot. Like I have 500 tarot now or more. Not because I use 500 tarot decks or I want to squander them and hold them captive.
My baby.
But because when somebody says something to me and they're like, oh, I would like a reading. And I'm like, ooh, I know the exact perfect deck for this. And it's one that I've never used that's in a box somewhere. I have to go find it. Or if somebody says I can't figure out what tarot to get, then I'm like, oh, I know a couple, and I would go get them and think of them and the art that's in them. So there's reasons, but yeah, I'm becoming less connected to tangible things. I'm having a lot less anxiety around my stuff.
Okay, so this is a journal prompt, but so what am I ready to release as the wheel turns? So that's kind of a little bit for you. It's kind of a similar question.
Attachment. Yeah. I've said before multiple times in our chats here, I think I said it last night, about the boundaries of the cards. But I have abandonment and attachment issues. I either hyper attach or it just completely dissolves away, and it just there's a lot of stress around that. That's going away. Like that's, I don't even want to say going away because that's assuming I'm not doing anything. I am actively identifying, moving that boundary and pushing it away so that I'm not as attached, which is very nice. Like I enjoy that. It's been a really nice thing. That is cool, Tree Sap. The crossroads being, I love that.
Poochie. Little Poochie.
No, my cool rock nobody can have is my precious.
I love you, my Poochie.
My precious.
This is precious here.
Precious. Yeah, I just have a lot of stuff. And I like it. I like being able to get it. But you know what? In another life, the me that doesn't have the ability to get all this stuff, I think I'd be just as happy. And another thing is I would like to not get as much stuff, even though I like having all my techie things, so that I can put money out on different things, like other stuff. Miss Piper, are you supervising the floor for us, Miss Piper? You holding it all together down there? We need to get a little doggy cam. These dogs do not leave our side when we are home. Like they do not want to be away from us at all. It's so cute. We're a completely different subject while I'm stalling until he gets back. We have trying to save a little bit of electricity, right? So we have solar, you guys know that, but we're trying to put more back on the grid, basically, to keep things going for these super hot days where the AC never turns off. So we've turned our AC down to 75 during the day and 73 at night. It used to be 72 and 70. And so it's gotten a little hotter in the house. But we've been able to mitigate that by using little, really energy efficient dehumidifiers. So at 75, with the humidity dropped a little bit, it feels nice and cool in here at like 73-ish. And we're taking the water that it puts out and putting it through I know this is unnecessary, but putting it through the distiller to make usable potable water. So we're kind of making our own water off of the sun right now, which is kind of cool. Just for the record, you don't ever want to do that just to like drink water from a dehumidifier. It's dangerous. You have to have a way of purifying and sterilizing it, which we do. But anyway, yeah, so we're basically using the sun to create our own water to help with like the fish tanks and stuff. Rook doesn't even know I've been doing it.
What?
Using this water for like the fish tanks, so it's sterilizing it first and things.
That's really cool.
It's very, very pure, very clean water, but it has to be sterilized first.
Oh, cool.
And
it's just pulling it from the air, like
yeah.
the humidity?
Squeaky tried to save
cool.
electricity once, but it bit him.
You tried to save electricity?
Yeah. Because our solar panel is way overproduced for our house. Except when you're charging your car. But yeah, we've turned our air conditioner temp a little bit higher to save a little bit of electricity, and then that makes it more humid in here, so the dehumidifier is way less energy to run, and we have the extra water from it. So instead of just throwing it outside, I'm putting some in the fish tanks. I need to use the next one for the pothos.
How much can it pull out, like in a day? The
pothos plant. Depends. Our big one in the garage pulls out about 1.5 gallons.
Wow, that's awesome.
This one pulls out about a pint a day, so not as much. And then the one that's in the laundry room is about a pint a day.
So after that, do you have to distill it, or it's good to go?
Depends on what you're using it for. If you're using it for plants, you don't. But if we're going to put it in the fish tank, we would.
That is so cool. That is like smart as hell.
You can add a drop of bleach.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, speaking of that, before we go back in, since I was stalling when we went to the bathroom, I really want to get with Mama Dragon and find out exactly when is that first meeting going to be for the foraging and prepping monthly meet or bi-monthly meet, however she decides to do it, because I really want to kind of know what your topic might be first, and then we need to talk about like I think I'm going to maybe bring a piece of tech to each one and talk about one piece of prepping, which I think you all know my basis of prepping is 3 things: knowledge, action, and health, right? You gotta have knowledge about stuff, you gotta know what to do, and you gotta be healthy. Because any of those 3 things are missing, you can't really prepare or react. And we have so much stuff to share when it comes to that. Anytime after our show is good with me, obviously. And yeah, anytime for me. And I'm also not opposed if anybody wanted to, like maybe, oh no, you'd still want it separate. But anyway, back to your thing.
Oh, here we go. Your dick? All right, people voted for Sunday. I want to send this. Kaba love. Hold on. What? Coco Cock? Oh, sorry. Ah! Is this the one that we did? Missionals Tribe. I see something here. Alright, so back to back. So what are some simple solstice activities? Because we know as nature folks, witches, whatever we identify as pagans, we don't have to have a lot of money or a lot of stuff, a lot of things just to honor the will of the year, because our ancestors probably did not always have a lot of stuff, and they used and did with what was around them. So, some ideas are, come on babies, sunrise meditation, a nature walk, a fire ceremony, which Mystic Salann would love, gratitude practice, creating a sun altar, which I think would be really cool and appropriate, journaling, and sharing a meal with community, maybe with foods that would have be harvested at this time around where you live. So there's some ideas. Any simple solstice activities that you guys do or would think you would do? Also, the day is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day.
Yes, Joy. Happy Father's Day. I forgot to wear my Pride hat because it is Pride Month. Iris is outside, just so you know.
Okay. Oh, Paranormal, we're talking about... Oh. Or was it... Yeah, Paranormal, we're talking about what are some simple solstice activities. We're talking about a sunrise meditation, nature walk, fire ceremony, gratitude practice, creating a sun altar, journaling, and sharing a meal with community, maybe on foods that would typically be harvested at this time of year when and around where you live. Anything else that you can think of simple solstice activities?
Anything outside, anything with fire. If you can't do fire, candles. We have a I don't know if you can see it. We've used it once before, but it's called a candle fireplace. Just be very careful with it. But it's this thing where you get the big. We got a whole bunch of pillars from Dollar Tree, and you can light like 10 or 11 candles. Now some of them will fall off, so be careful.
I love this thing. We don't use it. Probably could use it a little bit.
And since we don't need a fireplace down here, we got this, and it's really meant to be put into an actual fireplace. Just be very careful because
it holds 9 pillar or what are these called?
Yeah, pillars.
Pillars. Really cool.
So yeah, we light that up, and you got yourself, and it actually makes a lot of heat too, just for the record. So, playing music in the summer solstice, yes, all God music.
Yeah, it's in the sun.
Any kind of music is really good. We haven't published it yet, but we also have written a spiritual pagan group of songs that we're going to publish next. It'll come under Max 2 Core probably, but it's very different. And we have one for each of the directions, the calls, and that kind of stuff. So that'll be fun too.
Pops like flopping.
What else would you do? Like crafts, like anything crafty and building. Yeah. I think my favorite crafts right now are diamond arts, reading. I want to get back on my making my models and Legos. So any of those things that you can do.
Diamond art.
I love diamond art.
Love diamond art. Writing, like I think, could we use the sun and the solstice as a time of inspiration, like for creativity, maybe to open up and shine a light on that mind and what inspires us, because inspiration's there.
That inspiration is literally things of the sun.
Yeah.
You talk about inspiration, that is a soul quality, is inspired action, movement, creation. I like to think of a lot of people think of fire as destructive, and then we also think of heat, but it's also creates things, right? You transform things with fire. Dude, man, Hulis is gonna break our bank.
What's he doing now?
Rook and I have really been talking about getting into 3D printing.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. Not that it's your fault, but you just reminded me that we want to do that, and oh, it's so expensive.
Okay. All right.
I just ordered a stained glass kit.
Oh, that's so cool. So what about solstice for modern life? Like, so this could be for us, but really anybody that has a 9-to-5 job. What can healthcare workers, parents, leaders, and busy people learn from the solstice? We're in this world where it's connection, phone, tablet, computer.
It's okay to be active, but be active for the right things.
Yeah.
Think about sunflowers. Sunflowers actually turn throughout the day to stay at the best spot for the sun. Make sure that we're turning towards the right spot for us. That's illuminating our own life.
And I think, I don't think it's any more like
camping. Oh, I love camping. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna ask my spiritual advisor too while you're doing that.
You think about work-life balance. I don't think it's so much work-life balance, but work-life integration.
Yep.
And being able
Where'd you hear that from?
I can't remember actually. Was it you?
It wasn't me, but it was something we read together.
And that makes a lot of sense. So, not to be hung up on, oh my God, I feel so disconnected in this world. It's fast-paced, connected. Well, yeah, that's true. If you choose to be, that can be how it is. But within that interconnectedness, I think we can still learn to stop and, as I've been doing lately, and look at the trees, look at the grass, feel the heat, just be aware of things when you're outside, feel how good it is to come inside into the air conditioning. And just those little acts of awareness and mindfulness can help in this constant connected world.
Yeah. I mean, you can bring in anything to your world that makes you want to be connected.
Joy.
But you know, it's really, really good. Like, okay, one of the best memories I have as a kid was being outside with my grandmother in Great Bridge in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Chesapeake.
We thought we had a huge yard back then, and was such a kid. I mean, I was in single digits when I lived there with her, and we had this big red barn. We'd go out behind the big red barn, and we would burn leaves, and she would have the pecan tree, where she would collect the pecans.
The pecan.
The pecans.
You had it right. Pecan.
Pecans, and take them down and make things with them, like in all kind of candied stuff. And I just remember it being so hot you could barely breathe, but we didn't care. We were outside burning stuff. The smell of pine. Oh my God. The smell of pine.
Do you pine for me?
No, you're always nearby. I wouldn't need to pine.
Come on, little poo-poo.
But speaking of...
This is poo-poo pussy. Excuse me, little poo-poo pussy.
Turn our thing back on here because it turned off, and burn some pine oil into our incense. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I just slipped this thing.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna put some pine in here. These little dry herb burners that you can get instead of using charcoal, while I still love my charcoal, they're really cool. They do a great job. But yeah. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to take this. Keep people busy for a minute. I'll be back. Hello.
Alright. Let me catch up here while I do that. Fun to outsource and just be. We rarely need air conditioning up here. That's freaking awesome, Squeaky. Pine! I used love to ride my bike in the summer solstice. Oh, nice. I need harvest some more pine resin. Now is a good time to harvest pine resin. Okay. Hot dogs cooked over a pine fire at awesome. Oh, that sounds really good. And so paranormal, and I'm from where you currently reside, and that place has the best thunder and power rainstorms. I can't remember when that is. Is it in the summer like it is for us in Florida, or is it a different time? Because that is so powerful. Lightning, thunder, it's loud, it's just amazing. All I know is reading a book outside now. Oh yeah. Yeah. So what how important do you all feel it is to, we've said it a couple times, to pause long enough to recognize progress? Oh, meditate with nature. Heck yeah. Yes. Why is it so important to pause long enough to recognize progress before just moving on to the next thing, which is, like, I'm so guilty of that. Like, I'm trying to be better lately. Just, okay, but what's next? What's next? What's next? I gotta be doing something. I gotta be not necessarily always going somewhere, but either going somewhere or doing something and filling up every minute of every day. It's exhausting. So, in terms of work or fun things, why would it be important to, or beneficial to pause and recognize progress before moving forward? Hello, TK, Twisted Chaos. I think that, for one, it allows you to recover and to actually acknowledge the work you've done, and then number two, to kind of recover from before going to the next thing, so you can give it your full and good energy. Doing a lot of friendship from processing shadow and light. Oh, I agree. I think we get so caught up in hitting that next point in our plans that we rarely take the time to see how far we've come. I really agree with that, Mama Dragon. And there's something to be said. There's something very fulfilling to stop and to take in or acknowledge our progress, right? I mean, I think there's something extremely fulfilling in doing that. It's kind of like I think of binge watching, which binge watching can be therapeutic. But like when you watch so many episodes of so many shows, it's like you're not even like enjoying it. Cigarettes. So I used to smoke. I quit smoking in 2021, so almost 5 years ago. In August it'll be 5 years. I still do vape, but I don't even vape nicotine anymore, and I don't even vape as much as I used to. But it got to a point with cigarettes, I would smoke one like in the morning. That was one of my favorite times. I'd go outside with coffee, and I would sit there and smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes, and I just had to. And I had a funny saying that was like, I need 2 cups of coffee and 3 cigarettes to start the day. Well, I mean, it was funny and it was kind of true, but like it was to where I wasn't even freaking enjoying the smoking. I was like, this is stupid. Like, I'm spending all this money. It's not good for me. I'm not even enjoying this. Like, so I think when we rush and go to the next thing and don't stop and reflect, it's kind of like we're just mindlessly going through the motions and not enjoying what we're doing. And in some cases, harming ourselves. Coffee and cigarettes is great, but hard to break. Oh, yes. Yep. Now, I used to, I don't even drink as much coffee. I would usually have 2 or 3, literally, cups of coffee before I would go to work, and like a Monster or a Celsius and all that stuff. But I've even cut down that. But it is very hard to quit together because they're so together. I love coffee and cigarettes. Yeah, I just, it feels good to not have that addiction, because cigarettes are so addictive that literally, like, when you smoke one, it's something like within 90 seconds or a couple of minutes you're already thinking about the next one. It's true. I used to plan where I would go and my day at work or wherever around when I was going to smoke. That's fucking nuts. So
I'm trying to see what
I got off on that, talking about why is it important to stop and acknowledge progress. So I don't know how I got on cigarettes, but that's what it is. I gotta respond to TK real quick.
Yeah, I was trying to see what Hootless and Mama Jack were going on.
Oh my god. Freaking god.
We get so caught up in hitting that next point in our plans that we rarely take the time to see how far we've come. Oh, for sure. 0, absolutely, 100%. And that's really sad too. I mean, that's been kind of my lesson lately. I was talking about a little bit earlier is, I don't need all this stuff. Everything that is here is what matters. Yeah, we know we can't take anything with us, right? But are we really appreciating what's right in front of us at any given moment? And I know that I don't often, and that's something to work on. I don't know if I'm completely off center or not, but yeah, I think that's very fair. And even when other parts of our life get worse or we're not doing as good as we want, there's still so much progress and so much going so much going on other sides of it too. It's always at least in the US, it's always up. Progress. What's next? What are you doing next? Where are you going to make of yourself? What are you going to do? I mentioned it on one of our previous shows. I do like Across the Universe. I know some of you do not, but there is a part in Across the Universe in the beginning where the guy from the American guy is sitting at a table with family, and the family's like, oh, well, what do you do? And he goes, it's always about what do you do? Do. What about who are you going to be? And then in the fish philosophy, another way to rephrase that is, when you're doing what you're doing, who are you being? And I think we forget that last part. We like to do, we like to accomplish, we like to check mark off. Like Esperanto, 10 years ago, maybe even 5, we're like, ooh, I want to be able to tell people I know another language. Now it's like, ooh, this is really super cool, and I'd love to communicate with people in a weird and different way. So the purpose is different now. It's not about checking the box or doing the thing or getting it done, or it's about the relationship, the engagement, the presence of people in the circles, and just being present. Some of my favorite experiences in life this year have been meeting new people that I never would have met otherwise. And Hootless never would have ever. That is not something that I would have ever done. I never would have gone out and met somebody in person. It just not something I would do. And now I want to meet more people. I want to hang out more because just being present with other people to have those conversations is amazing. Sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't lock the dog outside.
Oh. I'm all for working hard, but today, a beverage and silent observation in the morning. Ooh, very important to us to say thank you to what the day will bring. That is freaking awesome. I'm all for working hard, but today it seems like no matter how hard you work, it's not enough to accomplish this point. Okay, little tree sap. That is, I feel that like with our bosses, with companies, it can be in any industry. It's kind of like,
don't let any dogs out. Our girls are outside, but the gates are open.
It's kind of like, okay, thank you. It's kind of like, thank you, but what did you do for me today? It's like to push on the next one, and you know that's really crappy. And if we keep going that way, it's like that's not a good way to be. So that's good.
You hear me? I've got the screen doors open so the dogs can come in and get the water bowl and shade.
Okay,
but
don't let the little ones.
Right, they won't. The big ones won't come in.
Okay.
Tree sap hit it on the nose too in another way. No matter how hard you work, it's never enough. It's just never enough. Every time you get to the end, the goalpost moves, and that sums up, I think, why I feel so good this year, and I feel insightful, and I feel like I'm growing. Is because all of those things are coming together.
Who is that?
That's the girls. They always wait till
They want to come in. I know.
Screen doors are still open now. Sorry for all the interruptions, guys. The dogs have been on it today. They've been all over. But yeah, I love it. So, yes. And you know, people might look at that joy when we were just playing the cards of the Bard, or Cards Against Humanity, or Farkle, or Magic the Gathering, or reading a book just when somebody's present. A lot of people look at those things as unproductive. But for me, they have been the most productive things. The amount of enrichment that I'm getting on a day-to-day basis is helping me be more productive at work. And I was sitting yesterday, I'm like, I'm finally able to be home at a home office week where I can really, they blocked Fluffer. That's cute. Where they really go, I've got these 15 tasks to do. And I'm like, I can't wait for a home office week so that I can get all these 15 tasks done. But when I was out at the buildings, it's such an amazing experience, and that's what I should be doing. Not at home writing policies and procedures and guidelines and manuals. So yeah, I was very productive this week at home, but I was more enriched when I was at the communities engaging. And all of these other things are engaging those things, and that's what's been really nice. And yes, look, I will set up a Cards Against Humanity game online.
Oh,
I just will do
so
it.
Fun.
We'll just do it. We have it in person, but you know what? We'll set up a remote one. We'll do the same thing you did, Dragon, and we'll poll everybody to see when would they most likely be able to get together, and we will do a game this week. How about it? And I gotta remember. You guys gotta remember where it is at. This keyboard takes forever to load. There's a really, really neat one. Trying to see. think it's this one. I'm gonna bookmark it. We're gonna put it under gaming. Done. All right, so I just saved the website. I don't remember if this is the same one we did or not, but I know we had a blast with it when we did it. We did the online one. I think.
Sorry, work thing real quick. I'm almost done.
Yeah, I know work called me too. That was a blast. That is funny, Mama Dragon. I would love to do that. I never even thought of doing that. But guys, it is 11:30. We are going to move into tarot. So let's get right. So if you want a general read, please let me know. Otherwise, you will get, or if you don't say otherwise, you'll automatically get a general read. And we're going to try to go a little faster today because I think Satan and Coffee will be starting soon. Nice. All right, Hootless is first on the board. Sun's just beneath the skin. All right, so we got Hootless, Squeaky, Mama, Twisted, Joy. Anybody else? Afraid of the zeros and ones. Minute alone, it's easier to run. Circle back through. And the deck I'm using today is the Divine Masculine. Since it is Pride, why not, right?
Ooh, I think I'll use my diversity one. I was going to use Lightseers, but I'm going to use Divine Diversity.
And I'm using Divine Masculine. The Divine Diversity one's really good too. But the Divine Masculine, this is actually a tarot deck that I used for this Tarot Shadow Work by Christine Jetty, or Jetty. I don't know how to say it properly. Jetty, mon frère. But yeah, so it is. It's mostly homosexuals.
Is that the one with the dick pics?
No.
Oh.
No, that's the Triple X St. Jinx Arcana. I'm not using that one on stream. Not allowed.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
If anybody wants to see the X-rated one, I'll be more than happy. I do have a few of those.
I want to call you YOLO.
But no, we're going to stick with this one.
These are so
YOLO,
pretty.
We got you.
Let's see, I have twisted all the cards.
Hootless, Squeaky, Mama, Twisted, Joy, YOLO.
Mama, ooh.
But yeah, so Divine Masculine.
I don't want to die.
Sometimes I wish I'd never been born at all.
At all, carry on.
Now the card stock for the Divine Masculine is amazing. It is by far my favorite of any deck. It's just the right thickness. It's pliable, the right size. It's easy to shuffle. It's matte. I love matte. This is a deck that's borderless and not borderless. Look at that Magician, right? So there's a border on it, but it extends past the border. So you can kind of imagine why I'm in love with this deck. So, highly recommended. It is pretty much extensively Divine Masculine because, of course, it's Divine Masculine. So, yeah. Is this the real life, or is it just... Oops, I'm dropping cards.
Be hootless, be hootless.
And Twisted, this little tray that you got, you guys,
decks,
it's amazing.
Energies. Different decks, different energies. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Different decks, different energies.
I wonder if I can move this over a little bit, if that would be better. Yeah. I'm moving the camera just a little bit.
These are thick. I like this.
Just because of the way my stuff is laid out here, so we'll have the ability to put the cards here.
Ooh, those are so nice.
Yeah, that gives us a
Is
little
that the
bit.
ink one?
That gives us a little bit more space, and we'll use these little beeswax candles are so freaking cool. And if you guys didn't know, we made these out of the salt, flour, and water with a little silicone cookie mold, and made ourselves little miniature candle holders for these little miniature. What are these called? Ritual candles. They're really quick, 10 burning, 10 minutes, and just super cool. So I talk about them every time we're on the thing. Oh, no camera quake. Yes, camera quake. Don't push back. My petite's gonna get thrown off if you do. So Hootless is actually up first. Hootless is in the house. Squeaky would be number 2, so Hootless is up. Why is there a vape in front of me?
I don't know. Whenever I got... Oh my god, I've somehow... turn all the cards.
Does it matter? If you don't read reversals, just leave them turned around and correct them when you pull them.
Oh, that's true. Alright, that's it. Sure. Alright, let's see. So we're
Hootless.
pulling for Hootless. Hooty, hooty, hooty.
Why you
hooty,
gotta
hooty.
be so hootless?
Why you gotta be so hootless in the night? I see him run. And a story I've told.
Salt dough. Yeah, dude, it was very neat. Like, I don't even know if you can you paint it? Because we might get our, like, we have our little plastic paints, or what they're called already, acrylics.
Alright,
Might paint them.
hooty, 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 hooty.
We did use food coloring in them, but it came out really ugly, I think. So we might just paint. Hootless. Saluton. Felicia Patro Tago. Patroi Tago. I think. I don't know why I never knew that you could do that. Like, I feel so dumb sometimes with these things. But we had so much fun making them. We just need more molds and things to make stuff with. This can, oops, I just dropped trash. But this can holder is the same thing. I made this too for our smaller votives and pillars. Just a little dish to catch it. Got a little spiral in it you can't see because the candle just melted into it. But I love them. All right, I need one more shuffle Hootless.
All right. Well, maybe yours will help shed some light on mine. I have pulled.
Looks like somebody has a fun day coming.
Okay, this is the diversity tarot. It's the devil and it's the lesbianic. The lesbianic devil. This deck gives 3 different versions of the card. The traditional one, and then one with all men, then one with all women and other.
So you pick which one you want.
Like, you can have a little fun this week, but if it goes overboard, you are in control of it. So enjoy your life, but just make sure you're in tune with things. You know, that could be with work or something pleasurable like depicted in the picture. But just remember the line, like in medicine, the difference between medicine and poison is the dose.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what card Mr. Salann
I pulled an
has.
extremely different card here.
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
block out the light. This is... Sorry, guys. I didn't realize there was so much shadow there. So you can see that card. So the 3 of Pentacles really is what this is. So think very different. So the 3, though, very interesting. We have a repeat of the 3s here. But the 3 of Pentacles is like... you've got this small group of people that you're showing stuff to, or that are coming to help you do something. So you're working on this thing, this physical thing that's meaningful and touchable and feelable. And basically it's giving you the idea that you can do something that you maybe thought you couldn't do. The way I look at these, I kind of all work them as you go towards the 8, right? The 8 is the masterwork card in here, and the 3 is not the masterwork. You are not you're not putting out the best what's the word energy, your best work. You're not putting out your best work yet. That doesn't mean something wrong, though. You can still put it together, because the 3 of Pentacles also is like you do have the skill to do this thing. You do have the ability to do this thing. It's not meshing with the Devil card very well, though, because this is all about like planning and making things happen and actually using your skill in a very specific way. Or maybe it is very close to the Devil. I don't know. I want to see what the book says specifically on this one, because I'm not getting a good mix on these 2 cards at all. The Three of Pentacles, encouraging that you're on the right track, collaborating with others. So that kind of matches. There's other people around you. Usually, depending on what's around, you might be teaching, or they may be helping you. But this is talking about collaborating. Well, in this devil, if you do whatever this devil is talking to you, maybe you do have to collaborate. The catchphrase in the book for this one is, how can you hammer your visions into something real? So going back to a more traditional meaning, this is the pulling in of that that collaborative work, that work that requires more than one person, where you just can't do it all on your own. But to reach your magnum opus, or the great work that you're doing, you need other people. You need collaboration and group work. So I do not get a good connection with these two cards at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one more card.
Okay. What if I shall as well?
I'm not liking how this is going. It's not giving me anything, right?
All right, I pulled another one too.
Okay. Eight of Cups.
What you got? 8 of Cups.
We can go with that. Funny that I mentioned the Masterwork card, because the Masterwork card is actually the Eight of Pentacles. But the Eight of Cups is kind of in the same spot. They're in this this area of things are coming to a culmination. Things are starting to end. Boobsies, yeah. Things are coming to an end in the Eight of Cups, and you're getting through the hardest part of something, and it's starting to work you through it. So in this case, with these two cards, now I can give you a little more information. Your skill and intuition and the thing that you're working through physically is going to give you the reward you need, but you've got a lot of hard work ahead of you. Things are going to be a little bit tough, but you're able to make it through. The playing field that you see at the Eight of Cups, it looks barren and dry, but you're on a horse. You've got the ability to get where you need to go, so I would not be worried or concerned about it. Keep going the way you're going. Things are moving in the right direction. This is a positive motion track that you're on, and you are working towards the result that you're actually trying to get. So these two together are telling me things are going in the right direction, that you really are going towards something.
I pulled for a clarifier the Queen of Wands. So we got the Devil, which pulled the Eight of Cups. So the Queen of Wands.
I hate that glare.
So this queen, like, she's pretty in control, like masterful at tampering her passion, to keep it in check, which could kind of go to the devil with me. It's kind of like her fire, her creativity. She's kind of reinforced. It's like, use that energy to enjoy, but in measured or metered doses. And then just to remember, it could be a fine line between enjoyment and healthy enjoyment and making a mess.
And Squeaky Silence is making the mod bot mad.
Oh, yes,
boobies and butts.
They have boobies and butts.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm sorry, that was a weird one for me.
That was a little weird, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. But it doesn't matter if it makes sense to us.
Yeah.
If it means anything.
I don't know. It's kind of like, go have a fun time out and stop holding yourself back.
Yeah.
While honing in your skills to go in the right direction.
It was a good read.
I'm glad it's good for you. That was different.
All right. Who we got next? Squeaky Santa.
Squeaky and then
Santa.
Mama. Squeaky then Mama.
Santa. SS Santa. Squeaky Santa. With the Santa. Right. Squeaky.
Nine of Wands. All right.
9 of Wands.
Let me get my little pad over here so I can give it the right. Oh wait, actually this one doesn't. This one works fine.
Squeaky.
So, Nine of Wands. This is a really cool place to be. The Nine of Wands is kind of like taking a rest, looking back at all the things that you've been doing. This is after a lot of really hard, thoughtful planning, action, doing stuff. A lot of times this comes up with firework, meaning you're actually working in a place that's incredibly hot and creative. Things are really pushing you forward into a lot of things. So I would really look at whatever you've been working on lately. If you haven't been, you need to be doing forage work or firework of some sort, and really let it push you towards whatever you're doing, because this Nine of Wands is like I am taking a break in the shade. This is the coolest spot of the day. It's later in the day after all of the stuff that I've been doing, and I am very proud of what's happened. I'm very comfortable with where things are. I like where things have been, and just really feeling good about where you are. And the book itself is adding to that. Rely on not just your inner strength. Rely on those around you too. Don't forget that you don't have to do everything by yourself. And that as you're looking back and checking all of this, there's people that can make this a little bit easier for you to take it to the end, to actually make it to the end.
All right, and I pulled the 10 of Wands.
How you can?
Why are you caring? What did I do? I didn't push her off.
You didn't push her off. She was just staring at me and shaking like she was in trouble.
Oh, no, babies. So why are you trying to carry this big load?
That's what she said.
Alone. Like, and your I look at this one.
That's the 9. We're going 9, 10.
So it's like, he's like, oh God, and then this one's like, we'll push on, but it's almost there, but maybe it was just too much at once. You need propane.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. Like, you don't have to carry it all alone. I mean, and you don't have to do everything at once.
Makes sense. It's a similar message to the 9, because the 9 is like the catching your breath and then decide, am I really going to go the full run? And if I do, I've got to rely on other people. And then you're saying right here with the 10 that it's, don't go it alone. Why are you, don't break your back, because then you can't carry anything.
Are they hard sticks, Squeaky?
No, I don't know if they're hard sticks, but they're definitely soft boobies. Silly. Mama, dragon.
MD.
Patrinoi dragonis.
She goes outside and she forages and she does everything naturally.
Patrino is
Mamadi.
mother. Patrinoi is mother. So Patrino.
Often.
Patrino.
Mamadi. She goes outside and forages and she does it all naturally.
I'll have to look up what dragon is. I shouldn't talk.
Huh? Why?
Because I can't make words.
Why?
I don't know why. Just not making real words. I don't know what it is. All right, Mama Dragon. Lapses in the star. So,
Oh, Mamadi.
the star. Why does it feel like it's having a hard time
Thank you, Mamadi.
focusing?
Oh, that's a pretty card.
So the star is another card of liminality, right? The star often has themselves represented as the in-between, right? Between the heavens and the earth. Or just representative of the heavens and having guidance. So what's really cool about the star is it's this idea that no matter what's happening or going on around you, you will be able to find your way. Sometimes it's you doing that for somebody else, or maybe it's somebody else doing it for you, or maybe it's something or some energy. Whatever the case is, guidance is present. You got to listen to the guidance though. So there's something that's telling you where to go and how to work it out and how to make things, happen for you. But it's there. Make sure that you're following it. Make sure that you're looking for it, and that when it comes to you, that you're listening to what it says and don't just follow it blindly. Do you shine with peace and harmony is what the book says. So if we're adding in this divine masculinity to it, it's saying, yes, the star is here. Star is traditionally a feminine energy, and this whole idea of guidance behind it. But what's in it for you? What is it that you're going to do to make it? Are you ready to follow that guidance and go where you need to go, and do so with peace and harmony and love?
Well, I pulled for you. Like, I pulled the devil with the lesbian version earlier. I think it was for Hootless. I pulled the lovers.
Do you keep all the versions in there?
Yeah, I got them all in there. I haven't removed them. So you have the lesbian-friendly or lesbian-esque lovers. And, to me, in this sense, I get... The Lesbiterians. I get it as about connecting with yourself, if that makes sense. That you are the person to be connecting with this week. maybe going deeper within yourself for that connection, or maybe realizations of things about yourself that you haven't thought of, or maybe have kind of like been not wanting to hear, but just spend a little time with yourself this week. What I'm getting, I hope it makes a sense. I hope it makes.
Yeah, I'm getting
sense.
a lot of energy from the cards of like connection, collaboration, togetherness, community, which that's pretty generic. Like, it's always going to be community. That's always going to be in the reads. But
Join the Lesbiterian Church.
I'm actually getting additional like pulls in these cards as we're talking through them, of making sure that we're connecting with others for some reason. Twisted is up next. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know. The cards aren't meaning what they traditionally mean today for me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because it's Solstice.
It's Solstice, dude.
Twisted chaos. Welcome to the tragic kingdom. Cornfields of popcorn have yet to spring open.
Keep shucking going.
Have they lost their minds, or are they just like blind mice? We've heard all their stories one too many times. Okay, I'm done.
TK and the house.
All right, we're getting a lot of wands, which is very, very fitting, right? Considering we are in Solstice and in the dead of summer. But yeah, so here we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, for me, traditionally represents, and obviously this is divine masculine, so we have masculine imagery, but this is the spirit of the forest. This is the spirit of all things that are meant to act and move forward and grow. It is a solemn card. Unfortunately, a little bit would meaning there's a little bit of sadness to it, but what you see in here is this knight who is in here and is protecting animals and people from a situation. And we're trying to get away from what's behind him, which is the fire. So the forest, which was the everything for people, before we had what we have now. So if you think of yourself as a forest tribe and the forest is on fire, that we know that has to happen now, but everything is being destroyed, yet we are still going away. We're still walking away. We are still trying to save as many people with us. And so the Knight of Wands is telling you to make sure that you look around who's with you and look at what's present with you and make sure that you bring them with you. It is very important to not save other people. Is not what this is. It's bringing your people with you as you walk into and out of difficult situations. The wands are often about things that get us going and make us fired up and passionate and really what creates our day-to-day purpose. And so while this is a big event, we are still just walking out. We are going to be survived. There is hope in this card. There is movement. So as an action, I would really look at what is on fire behind you and causing you to take a step out, and who do you need to bring with you, and make sure you bring those people. I'm going to look at what the book says. The Knight of Wands gives you the jump start you need. Flourishing in unstable conditions. Fair enough. Fixing problems. Hold on tight. It's going to be a wild ride. And its little phrase says, do you need to act immediately? So basically determine how much emergency is in the situation. Is there really a tiger chasing you?
All right. And I pulled for you the Seven of Swords. All right. And this... oh, excuse me. This is telling us... I'm sorry, babies. Stephanie, I'm sorry.
That's me. You keep kicking.
I'm sorry that I kicked you. Is really planning out, thinking things, through. And don't worry, it's also a message like your ideas, your work, it's all being noticed. You don't worry about, like, this dude, he's kind of looking behind saying, is this worth it? I've thought this out. Well, it is, and people recognize it. It's also a reminder just to plan and work smarter, not harder. Work collaboratively with a group or with someone else. And it's good to be aware and monitor things, but the focus of the energy is not to be suspicious, but just to plan well when you're doing a project. Plan well. It smells really good.
Palo Santo. No, I won't buy new Palo Santo. We still have a lot. We'll use it out, but I don't buy it anymore.
Sticks.
Oh, it smells so good. I just felt the real need to push
amazing.
the Palo Santo.
Palo Santo. Palo Santo.
All right, Joy's up.
Joy.
And then we will end out with YOLO. If there's anybody we missed, just let us know. We're more than happy to read you. Ben, I know you hopped in a little late. If you'd like us to pull some cards.
And it's going to be time soon for Satan
Joy's
and Coffee.
up next, though.
Satan and Coffee. Be on the outlook.
The theme is community, and the theme is looking at and bringing is bringing people with you. To me, yeah, community and bringing people along with you.
Has it done that shit? The Lesbian Church's communion is buttery nipple shots and clam cakes. Yes. Yay, Santa and Coffee.
All right, Joy. Oh, I guess I should do the whole deck, huh?
Yeah, let's see. Oop, it's getting ready to start. We gotta
Santa and Coffee.
And we'll,
Yes, Ben,
let's check
we got
out
you
Adios Day,
covered.
Inferno, Compass.
All right, well, we have a jumper. And it's the Seven of Pentacles. You know I love my Pentacles cards. So this is a much more calmer card than what we've been dealing with up to this point, Joy. The Seven of Pentacles. You've got these gentlemen, and it looks like a child out working in the fields. These are olive trees. And then we have grape fields and grapevines along with it. We also have a lemon tree. So it's a mix of different things. And the idea is, with Pentacles, right, we are talking about the earth. This is work the earth. This is continue on with the passion and the things that you are doing with your hands and your creations as far as what you're needing with your hands. There's also an element of teaching in the Seven of Pentacles where we're showing others how to do things in a way that can't be told, right? So yes, I can tell you how to harvest the olive for the best olive, but we have olive oil for heating oil. We have olive oil for cooking. We have olive oil for nutrition. We have olives for nutrition. We have grape leaves for wine, or grapes for wines. Grape leaves also for food. So all these different things that we can learn, but he's actually showing that this has to physically be done. So this is a recommendation or an ode or a push to having somebody working with you as you're doing the thing, right? Doing the mentorship and the growth and moving as we go. Now I'm going to read what the book on this particular card says, and it is manifestation of your labor. Is it time to rest from work and take time for reflection and appropriation? Now for me, that's the Nine of Pentacles is the reflection. But I can definitely see some reflection here because that's the moment where you would be reaching out and kind of doing that teaching and training part of things. So, yeah.
All right. Good deal. And I pulled up Temperance, which is saying to me, it's reinforcing the message. Some of the messages that we have received from Solstice. Keep the balance going. You're doing a good job, but to recognize not just gratitude, but progress that you've made. Stop and pause. Try not to do too many things at once, which only you would know what that is or looks like. But in the spirit of Solstice, keep getting that active balance, keep it going, and take that time to pause, recognize your accomplishments, and allow time for reflection on just different things, whether it's work or a bird singing. Just enjoy. It's the Solstice card.
It is a very solstice-y card. I like that Temperance.
I really do too.
YOLO is up next.
YOLO.
How to temper the alchemy brew.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo.
Temper it must. Temper it ye must.
Not much of a girlfriend. Is the only one I got.
Oh, I want to make a pit stop at Walgreens when we head out so I can get some cards. Some more flashcards.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I need to get my Esperanchas. We are on
YOLO.
YOLO.
You only live once this time around.
Yes. YOLO, what can we go? YOLO, what can we go? Wake me up before you YOLO.
Okay, what we got? We got another Ten of Wands.
So. Wake me up before
So the Ten of Wands is the culmination of a project, but it is carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But you are going to be successful. It would have been easier if you had somebody help you, but you're going to get through to what you need to get through. One of the things that I like about the Ten of Wands is it's got this idea that you absolutely can and will do the thing that you're doing, but you've done it with it. You could have done it easier. Like you carrying all this stuff, you'll make it to the top, but you're going to make it to the top with some caveats. Pain, discomfort, difficulties, right? You're overcommitting. Haha, good timing. We can get it up.
There's
lots of sticks. We can get them up to the fire up at the top there, which is necessary, but you don't have to do it alone. You can get some assistance. You can help with something, or maybe you need to delegate to someone else. Now, the book says, is your overworking really necessary? So, is it necessary? Is carrying this whole thing by yourself? You know, sometimes we say, oh, it's just easier if I just do it myself. But is it really? So, take a look at what you're committing to and everything that you're doing and see if maybe we need to get some help in there carrying all that stuff.
All right, and so I pulled the King of Wands. King of
A lot of wands.
A lot of wands, a lot of sticks. So although that load is heavy, it's just a reminder, you know, you've got to really be well organized and plan, like to make sure that you're not going to take too much of a load on with yourself. You are a good leader, and you do know the process. So make sure that this is not something maybe on a personal or emotional level with a friend, partner, lover, family member that is causing you to take on too much. I get it, it's not really about work in this sense, but it's too much of a personal nature, trying to do too much for other people. And I just remember to stay organized and within your experience and what you know for yourself that you know you can handle. That's what I'm getting from this King of Wands.
I like it.
I like him. I like it.
I wish I could use my fun deck. I have a couple of XXX decks that not everybody in this chat would enjoy, but some of you might.
Probably not, yeah. I'd say half would not, at least, right? Depending on how many.
All right, so Ben is up last. If there's anybody else who'd like a card pull, let us know. Otherwise, this is where we are.
We are at Ben Jehovah. Live your life to the fullest. YOLO, 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 YOLO. All right, Ben Jehovah.
A
very sticky day. Yeah.
Live y'all's lives to the fullest. Yes. I was gonna say I do have a G-rated, no, an R-rated version of the XXX deck.
I like YOLO better than FOMO.
Maybe PG-13.
You only live once, then fear of missing out.
All right, Ben.
Present.
Page of Cups
I will
is your card today.
get a reading because I'm at work right now.
All right, so the Page of Cups, we are looking at our court cards. This is somebody who's a little bit still in the beginning of something, and so there's something that's causing you happiness, but it's also uncertain. There's a little bit of fear associated with this thing, this new system energy process, whatever it is. I don't know. With one card, you know, it's kind of hard to do, but we're getting this feeling of happiness and joy, but also a little trepidation. There's a little bit of fear because you don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Any of the pages are kind of like that, though, for me. They're always excited and kind of happy. They're like, oh, I really am excited to do this. It's going to be great. They don't really know what they're really getting into. I kind of think of it like a freshman in college, right? Or even in high school. And they're just saying like, oh, I'm so excited to sing, but I don't necessarily know what's going to happen. this card in the book says dream the impossible. Are you showing enough of your sensitivity and creative side? So it's a reminder or asking us to really look at that side of us and make sure that we're engaging it and using it and not getting ourselves barred down by all of the physical and tangible things. You know, cups are all about our emotions, our feelings, our things that flow. I like to always talk about water when I'm describing it, when I'm teaching people that, you know, water by definition is a state of something that is a liquid at room temperature for us, and it takes the shape of the container that it's in. So if you have a bowl, it's bowl shaped. If you have a square bowl, it's square bowl shaped, right? If you throw it out, it's going to fall apart until it hits something and then become the shape of that thing. So water is all about adapting and moving and flowing. And so with the Page of Cups, we need to adapt and move and flow along with the things that are going to make us happy and enjoyable.
All right, I pulled the Five of Pentacles, and so I feel like, you know, this is some hard times. What is that?
This other phone.
Oh, but it may be that you could be feeling alone or left out, maybe being excluded by friends and family. Maybe somebody has asked you for something, to borrow something, money, or for time or help, and you can't, and then therefore maybe they've made you feel excluded. But help is really close for you, so don't be in despair. Help is very close, and don't feel bad if you haven't been able to help somebody, because their help is also close, and it doesn't always have to be you as the one that is helping. So just remember, if you're feeling excluded, maybe you're going through rough times, maybe you're having a little bit of tight times and feel like maybe nobody's helping you, you know, help is right there. So I hope that makes some kind of sense. But I get a feeling to me it feels like it's a energy of feeling excluded for some reason. So I hope it makes sense. If not, feel free to say you're way off, dude.
Yeah, traditionally the Five of Pentacles is the need to get away from something that's structured and you thought was good for you, but it was actually bad for you, and you gotta step into something really difficult, but it's worth it for the long haul to get rid of that thing. You know, it's like walking away from the church, even though it's supported you all these years, it's now harming you, and you need to go away, even though there's a bad snowstorm outside and you don't want to die. All right, Mama. All right, guys and girls and others. Yes. I want to pull the Vegas card.
Pull that Vegas card, but don't have a Vegas response.
Unless you need to.
All right. Yeah.
And then we will be done for the D.
And then it's time for Satan and Coffee, I'm pretty sure, in a moment.
Yeah, we've been running over lately, but
so
I'm not going to
we need to switch over to Infernal Compass, Eddie Estate, Satan and Coffee.
I saw a vagal push. I'm like, vaginal push? Why were we talking about that?
Let me see. I want to see if he started because we want to.
All right, I picked a random card, and it's on the Vitality, and it's called Psoas Safety. I don't know what that is. The psoas muscle, P-S-O-A-S, is found deep in your lower back and hip area, is often called the muscle of the soul. Activating your psoas while orienting yourself in the room strengthens the connection between your body and the environment, nurturing a sense of security. You need to find a comfortable seated position. Place your hands on your hips or at your sides. On your hips or at your sides. Slowly turn your torso to the right, feeling the engagement of your core and the subtle stretch along your sides.
Oh, I feel it in my butt.
Focus on your breath as you breathe deeply into the twist. Kind of hard, but yeah, sit and twist basically. And then return to the center.
Sit and twist.
Repeat on the left side. You want to twist your whole core. Take some deep breaths. To enhance the practice, as you turn from side to side, look around your room and assure yourself that I am safe.
I'm safe.
I am safe. So you're going to repeat this a couple of times until you feel safety. And so this, obviously, from the Vegas Nerve deck, is all about connecting yourself to your body and to everything that's around you, and resetting or reworking on your vagus nerve.
His soul is broken.
Yes, Squeaky, that is exactly what it is. I think that might actually not be too far from the truth. For most of us. Many of us. Alright, y'all. This has been amazing. Please, I will catch up on the Discord. It's been a long time since I have been in there properly. I will try to respond to everybody and talk to everybody, but yes. Liberal Sock Puppet, thank you. Happy Solstice. Happy Father's Day to you and everybody else as well. Remember, on Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Music, and many more, you can find Max2 Core, all together, MAX2 CORE. If you like the music that's playing in the background, remember, it is AI music, but the lyrics are ours. It was designed for our cyberpunk D&D style game system thing that we did. So if you're interested in it, that's where you'll find it. Yeah. We love you all. This has been a great day. Thank you.
Be on the lookout for Satan and Coffee that should begin any moment and switch over to Addy Estate, Infernal Compass.
Is he live yet?
It doesn't look like it. Have a good week.
Should be any second.
Any second.
Thank you as always.
Thank you so much for hanging
Esperanto, you should learn it.
Love and peace, joy.
Esperanto comenzanto.
Gis la revida.
Gis la revido.
Gis la revido.
Gisla.
Gisla.
Gisla. Bonin. Bonin tagon.
Bonin tagon. Bye.
Bye. I like it. Gisla revido. 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 Alright, I'm really done now.